what name you all had for me when I was at Internal Affairs. What was it, Gordon?
Harvey.
Say it.
Say it!
If something shitty happens to a shitty person, I'm not going to pretend that they're not a shitty person and say, oh, that's too bad. It's so sad that that happened. I'm going to say, good. Something shitty happened to a shitty person.
If that's what it's going to take to stop a man like this with ideas like this that could cause real harm, then that's what you would have to do. Morally, ethically, I don't see any other option.
So here we are at Manly Beach, Australia, ironically enough, and I just listened to something
Completely insane!
a live stream where Traversable MGTOW admitted to using the same tactics as SJW feminist. That's right, Traversable MGTOW is the exact same type of person as all the SJW feminists. Now, if you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, I'll briefly explain. Old Travie has made a series of videos conflating the YouTuber Bearing with Pedo Bear, which most reasonable people took to be an accusation of old Travie calling Bearing a pedophile. Cause you know, that's what you do on YouTube, call people you don't like pedos.
Let's get right into the news!
Now Travie sort of denies that he meant Bearing was an actual pedophile, but we'll get into that later. Bearing responded to these accusations by making his own series of videos, one in particular analyzing some of the more bizarre things Travie said, while also insinuating that Travie may be gay. Okay. Maybe a little bit more than insinuated.
Ha! Gay!
So what's old Travie's response to this? Old manly man, testosterone-filled, anti-woman, very mature Travie's response? To go crying to YouTube.
Wah, wah.
Mr. YouTubes, please stop this big old mean bear from picking on me. After I called him a pedophile, he said maybe I'm gay.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
So maybe you're saying, well yeah, this shows old Travie is kind of a crybaby, and not very manly, sure. I mean, you only have to listen to his videos to figure that out.
This is what kids get from the day they're, become little men. We're supposed to be these stoic little troopers. Man up, dude.
But an SJW feminist? Surely, Sitch, you've gone too far.
Am I really?
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
You see, the whole reason I decided to make this video, because normally I would never make a video about YouTube drama.
You lie! You lie!
Who am I kidding? Of course I would! That's how you get views! But also, because the day I saw this, I literally uploaded a video all about how important the type of person you are is, rather than what beliefs you hold. And old Travie admitted his intentions here.
I provoked a response, and I got the response I wanted. And
what response did you want? What did you want out of this?
Exactly what I got. I expected exactly, and you did exactly what I wanted you to do. You did exactly what I wanted you to do, and then you got exactly what you had coming to you. You got a strike.
Revealing that he is in fact the same type of person as an SJW feminist. That's right, folks. Traversable MGTOW admitted that he attacked Bearing specifically with a ridiculous pedo comparison in order to get Bearing to attack back, just so Travie could run crying to YouTube. That was his entire plan from the beginning.
Here's a little lesson in trickery. This is going down in history. If you wanna be a villain #1,
you have to clump one of them around the fucking head to make them know that they're not going to be unopposed. Frankly, not only am I not going to lose any sleep over it, I put it on my fucking channel.
Or at least that's what Traversable is claiming. I mean, it's always possible he just got butthurt and is retroactively trying to make it seem like some sort of insidious plan in order to save face. But take Trav's admission as true, because it's better for the point of my video. Traversible, the supposed MGTOW, the supposed anti-feminist, decided to attack another man, not head-on, in a clash of ideas, or a debate, or live stream. No, 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 my friends. He decided to attack him through emotional manipulation, self-victimization, and crying to an authority figure. And that, of course, is the overwhelming irony of this situation.
What sort of man would dare?
I've heard it said that poison is a woman's weapon.
Yes. Women, cravens, and eunuchs.
Which are you?
Old Travie-kun, who assumes the worst of all women, decided to attack someone else in a way that would be easily classified as a stereotypically negative female tactic. The irony here is so overwhelming, my brain can barely process it.
They're flattening planets all over the galaxy, smoothing out the wrinkles so you can't think!
Now old Travie tries to cover his tracks by dodging the real issue. No, Traversible Caulfield. Nobody cares that you picked a fight with Bering, even though you did it in the most stereotypically YouTube way possible. You're attempting to hide from the real issue. And I want you to listen real carefully, okay? The issue isn't that you're fighting with Bering.
You know, there seems to be a special set of rules that's being applied to MGTOW. MGTOW has to watch herself. MGTOW has to do things. MGTOW has to act in a stoic way. MGTOW has to, you know, calm themselves down. This is what we've been getting.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But that's what you guys are saying. Oh, Joe, watch yourself.
No,
oh, Joe, there's a special set of rules for you.
First rule of Fight Club, you will fight. I got mad respect for the men that come into the ring. Yes, that is Bear also. The only people I hate is the cowards telling me not to fight. I'd tell them to stop acquiescing like a female.
The issue is the way in which you're fighting with Bering, by using SJW feminist, stereotypically negative female tactics. Now, it is my personal belief that you are 100% aware of your overwhelming hypocrisy, and thus are doing your best to hide from it. Because every time it's brought up, you lie, or dodge, or obfuscate.
And that gets applied to us at MGTOW. There's a separate set of rules for MGTOW than there is for the rest of the community.
Okay, well, listen.
No. That's the rules. You can skirt the rules like a woman. That's what women do. They skirt the rules. That's why they call it skirt the rules.
Hey, why when you reported that, why had you taken down the video of where you called me a pedophile a heap of times? Why did you take that down?
Because it's useless now.
Right.
It's useless now. I provoked a response, and I got the response I wanted.
Trying to save face.
I was king of the forest.
Here you claim that you filed for a community guidelines harassment violation on the basis that Bering stole your work.
Shouldn't you file a copyright strike if you have a copyright issue?
No, you file a harassment and cyberbullying because that better fits in the terms of agreement.
Traversible, you would not have been able to put a copyright strike against him. You're able to put a community guideline strike because of the things he said, calling you gay and calling you gay and calling you gay and the so you understand that. You said,
I did the lesser of two charges. It's called maliciously recording someone without their content. Here, I'll put it up.
I didn't record you. You recorded you.
You recorded my work.
Okay.
I downloaded you.
Traversible.
Yes, you recorded it.
No. You cannot, that's not true.
What are you, an idiot?
Let's analyze that response. Now, it is of my opinion that in order to attempt to not appear as a crybaby hypocrite, you try to conflate malicious recording without consent to copyright infringement. Never mind the fact that they obviously don't mean the same thing, because there's clearly two different fucking categories for this on YouTube. Hey look, there's even different forms for it. And never mind the fact that any sane, rational person would interpret maliciously recording someone without their consent as meaning that you're secretly recording someone without their knowledge or consent of being recorded. Never mind the fact that you could simply Google maliciously recording someone without consent and see what the fuck everyone's talking about.
That is not malicious recording.
Yes, it is.
Malicious recording would be secretly recording someone and then using
I don't care what you think. It's a simple term.
How good is your reading?
Not great.
But as we can see, you're clearly impervious to logic. Or, actually in my opinion, you know you're wrong, and you're trying to cloud the issue. You know, in a very cowardly and not honest way. Manly! So I decided there's only one thing to do. Ask YouTube! How the fuck do you contact YouTube? Is there like a fucking number? Is it an email? What the fuck is this? And here we go, the YouTube help forums. Let's see. And what's their response? Oh, how shocking. I was completely right. I'm so surprised by this outcome. So what is it, Trav? Do you simply not understand the English language? Or are you just lying?
Traversable, you would not have been able to put a copyright strike against him. You're able to put a community guideline strike because of the things he said, calling you gay and
Emotional manipulation.
I were king of the forest.
So Travis Caulfield kicked this all off by comparing Bearing with Pedo Bear. Now Travie Coon claims, sort of, that he's not specifically calling Bearing a pedo, but that he meant that Bearing was using his cartoon avatar to lure children in so he could, I don't know, poison their minds with, I guess, anti-MGTOW thoughts? He's not very clear about the whole thing. Now, I'm not going to assume that Travis Bickle here is the dumbest person on the planet and couldn't foresee the obvious implications as using Pedo Bear as a point of comparison. I'm going to assume he specifically used Pedo Bear in a dishonest attempt to get a rise out of Bearing.
I provoked a response, and I got the response I wanted. And
what response did you want? What did you want out of this?
Exactly what I got.
Oh wait, I don't have to assume anything. He admitted it! Of course I would love to see the context of this original Pedo Bear comparison, but I can't because he deleted the video!
The king of the forest.
Are you afraid?
SJW! Mentality. Here we can see Travie-chan has the exact same mentality as an SJW. When Bearing asks,
I didn't know you until you made a video about me calling me a pedophile. Why did you want to do that to me? What had I done to you?
It was a warning. It was a shot across the bow. It will get worse. There are hundreds of thousands of me.
About what? About what had I done to you?
When you disrupt what we do and you start
when had I disrupted
You're
MGTOW?
in MGTOW right now. You're in the MGTOW space. You have MGTOW followers.
I was invited in. I was sitting here at my computer about to go to bed. Angry MGTOW.
Do I come over the skepticism and start? You never see me over there. I stick here and I try to deal with the men I have. I try to do.
I hadn't come into your community.
You know how many suicides? You know how many suicides that I have to sit in the morning till 4, 5, 6 in the morning talking these men through every month, every week.
oh my, what a victim you are. You're just trying to help these
Poor unfortunate souls.
while mean old Bearing is saying nasty words. And not even nasty words at you specifically, since he didn't even know of your existence until you attacked him.
But he was calling out other MGTOWs.
I guess old Travie was just white knighting then.
White knighting only refers to when a male is protecting a female.
Oh, so standing up and defending women is bad, but standing up and defending other guys is good. I don't get it. Wow, how this all just reeks of the SJW outrage cycle. First, you get upset because someone said something you didn't like. So instead of facing them head on
directly to the forehead
and challenging their ideas, you know, like a mature adult male, you devise an underhanded method to get them a community guideline strike. Oh yeah, and there's also this gem. Bearing, you should apologize to me, because otherwise other people like me will use SJW tactics to get your channel removed. And that all leads directly to justification.
It's Pepe's become kind of a symbol.
Just like how SJWs justify to themselves that it's okay to attack another person in underhanded ways, or even violent ways.
Richard Spencer is afraid to leave his house because every time he steps out his front door, somebody punches him. I'm going to say, good. Fuck him.
Trav, if you walk into hospitals and start laughing at people that are hurt, you may do that because you're that kind of person.
Trav, when you made the video about me, how was I in your community?
We're not going to digress on this argument. You did exactly what I wanted you to do, and then you got exactly what you had coming to you.
Because they're doing good works, and their enemies' words and thoughts are just so harmful that they deserve to be silenced through any means possible. And you have the exact same thought process as the SJW, even though it's hypocritical, unmanly, and a stereotypically negative female tactic. So thanks, Traversable MGTOW. You may have got Bearing a community guideline strike, but you just exposed to the entire YouTube community, MGTOWs included, that when you want to attack someone, you don't do it like a man, you do it in an immature, cowardly, and underhanded way, using the same tactics as SJW feminists, all while embodying the same spirit of the most stereotypically negative female qualities that you supposedly hate. And why should anyone, MGTOW or otherwise, believe someone, Trav, who is supposedly trying to help or educate people when they admit to purposefully using deceptive tactics to attack someone else?
You did exactly what I wanted you to do, and then you got exactly what you had coming to you. You got a strike.
Congratulations, Traversable MGTOW!
Congratulations.
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 Congratulations. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you all.
Now look, jokes and hyperbole aside, Trav, I'm not saying you can't have feelings. I'm not saying that you have to be a shining paradigm of stoicism. God knows I'm not. And I'm not the most manly man around. But you talk about phonies and immaturity. You talk about Fight Club and entering the ring. And yes, Trav, I don't know you personally, and I don't even know that much about MGTOW. All I know about you is what you put out there. Being a man isn't about being stoic. Being a man isn't about repressing your feelings. Growing up means being mature. It means being responsible. Not just responsible for yourself or maybe a family member. It means understanding your feelings, being responsible for your feelings and your thoughts, and not letting your emotions control you. You know this. You've talked about it a lot, at least in regards to women. But it applies to men just as much. Look, I understand. MGTOW gets a lot of shit. A lot of trolls. But you can't attack trolls. They're like water. You can splash around all you like, but all you're doing is wearing yourself out. And the more tired you get, the more you sink. So here comes Bearing. Suddenly now you can localize your feelings. A singular figure. Something to take out your anger on towards the trolls or society or your life. I don't know you, Trav. I don't know your life or your struggles. But you know what you did wasn't right. And I'm not holding you or any other MGTOW to a higher standard than anyone else. If Bering had filed a bully strike against you for calling him pedo bear, I would call him a hypocrite too. But he didn't do that. You know what you did wasn't right. And not even by my standard, or society's standard, by your standard. And that's why you're trying to hide from it. Oh, and Trav, the first rule of Fight Club isn't that you have to fight. You fucking poser!
How good is your reading?
Not great.